guys, what's up? It's Danielle. So for today's video, I'm going to kind of explain where the hell I've been, because I know some of y'all are like, what are you doing? Like, where the hell you been? So let me first of all start by saying that I did not mean to take such a long hiatus from YouTube. It was unintentional. And on top of that, I really I needed it. I'm gonna be honest, I really did need it. To kind of, I don't really know where to go with this video, because there's a lot of things that I can't explain because it's a little too personal. Not that I don't want to share it with you guys, it's just that I don't think that I should. Probably because it's, it's kind of like the whole thing where it's, it's like privacy, but I don't know. So I'm going to try to share as much as I can with you guys, obviously. So I need to go back to mid-February, because that's when this actually started. So I put a lot of stress on myself. As you guys know, I am a perfectionist. One of my annoying qualities, at least for myself, it's annoying because there's a lot of things that I can't let go, and I'm very harsh on myself. If things don't go the way that I want them to, I tend to freak out. And, with my personality, I don't like to be responsible for the quality of other people's work. And it's mainly because it stresses me out. So when that does happen and things don't go the way that I want them to, I get really pissed off, and it adds to my stress. So essentially at that point in time, I had been moved from one area that I was working in to a different one, which I guess where I work tends to happen quite a bit. And I don't really mind it because it keeps you on your toes, and it helps so that you can learn different areas, and you guys know I'm all about learning. So I had just moved to a new area, and I was still trying to learn everything else. So there's a lot of stress in that regard. And I was trying to have videos up for you guys, and also trying to keep my apartment clean. And it all just kind of came to a point where I decided I couldn't handle it anymore. And I basically had a mental breakdown. Now, I tend to have mental breakdowns anywhere from 2 to 3 times a year. Generally, it's pretty bad, and it's always stress induced. So it's not like I haven't dealt with them before, but my anxiety also plays a part in it. So essentially there was somebody who left my life that I felt like I didn't really get a chance to know well enough. And I'm the type of person where I'm always trying to figure people out, I'm always trying to see what they're about, and I always feel like there's something more that people bring to the table, especially when they're kind of quiet. I tend to wonder, okay, but why are they so quiet? And it's partially the fact that I can't really comprehend all the time that everybody's different from me because I tend to just think in a, pretty rigid way a lot of the times. So for me personally, the way I am, I'm very outspoken, and I'm not the type of person who can lie about shit. I either have to completely keep my mouth shut or I'm just gonna blurt it out. There's really no in between. And people who, I don't really talk to and I haven't really figured out yet, it's not that I don't want to get to know them, it's that I haven't had a comfortable opportunity in which to do so, if that makes sense. So I was also frustrated by that because I feel like everybody that you encounter in life has something that they can teach you. And you could probably teach them something too, but it's just frustrating from that standpoint. And not only that, but there was a major change that happened that unfortunately I can't share with you guys. Nothing particularly bad, but that issue has since been resolved. Thank you, Jesus. And, I'm a lot better now, but anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. So basically a combination of all that shit is the reason why I had a pretty bad mental breakdown. And, on top of that, I had a health issue creep up. It's nothing serious. It's mainly just a nuisance. And, I started dating another guy. I broke up with the guy I was dating before because he couldn't commit. And I was literally like, I'm wasting my time. Like, why the hell am I dealing with you? So it was also that as well. So I started dating a new guy in like March, and I actually ended up getting a new car in the beginning of April, which is honestly so much better than my old car. Don't get me wrong, I loved Agador Spartacus, but he was on his last legs. He was a 2004 Acura MDX, and the problem that he had towards the end was he was leaking, what was it, power steering fluid, and I really didn't want to pay to get that shit fixed. So I kind of just kept spending money to keep pouring the shit in there. And then I had an opportunity crop up, and it was also, I was so pissed off that I was like, fuck this car. So I went ahead and I got myself a 2015 Subaru Forester, and I couldn't be happier with it. It has Bluetooth, which I'm so happy that I have a car that is in the 21st century. I mean, my old car was, but like in every regard, it's in the 21st century. Like there's no like cassette player thing that I have to use, and it's all Bluetooth, and I'm over the moon about that car, that's for sure. And it's a lot tinier. It's a lot tinier than my old car. So I've named him Pasquale because I named him Armando, but unfortunately where I work, there's a lot of Spanish speaking people. So basically every name that I pick is like a Latin name. So it doesn't help that any name that I think of is like someone that I work with. So I changed his name to Pasquale. So after what is he? He's the principal from Rebelde, if you guys have seen that. Big fan of that telenovela. So anyways, to get back to the point, I took vacation in the end of April. I actually went to Washington, D.C., and I did volunteer work. So the type of volunteer work that I like to do is actually called Honor Flight. And if you guys aren't familiar with what that is, it's basically where you find World War II veterans and you fly them out to Washington, D.C., all expenses paid for them. And you're assigned a veteran and you basically take care of them the whole time. So, you talk with them, you get to know them a little bit, they get to know you, and, it's really fascinating. They also have Vietnam and Korean War vets who participate, but only if there's enough room. The World War II veterans are the ones who take precedence over everybody else. So what I do, my role is called a guardian. So like I said, I'm assigned my own veteran, and basically my job is to keep them comfortable because for an entire weekend they're away from their families, and pretty much all World War II veterans at this point, if they haven't already passed, they're in their 90s. The guy that I had this time was, I believe, 91. And the guy that I had the first time that I participated, I think it was 93 or 94. So definitely working with, different generation, that's for sure, but it's very rewarding. So basically, like I said, my job was to hang out with him and talk to him, make sure he was comfortable, get him anything that he needed. And so the way that it works is on a Friday, they fly in. I actually met them at the airport, and then take them to the hotel, they get settled in, and then, there's like a nice dinner. And then the very next day, you have to get up like at the butt crack of dawn, like literally like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and have breakfast. And then we all pile into a charter bus and go to some of the different memorials. So, Iwo Jima Naval Memorial. You also have the option of going to the Naval Museum, the National Archives. We go to the World War II Memorial, also Korean and Vietnam War Memorials, Lincoln Memorial, Washington Monument. I mean, it's in the background. We don't actually go to it. And then I think there's a few others. So Air Force Memorial, and then my personal favorite, which is Arlington National Cemetery. So get to see the changing of the guard and Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. And then they absolutely love to see Audie Murphy's grave. So if you guys don't know who that is, I think he was an actor. I don't know. That's like 2 generations before I came into the world. So I have no idea. Or was it 3 generations? I don't know. A couple generations before my time. So just leave it at that. But, it's a lot of fun for them. And it's a nice way for us to pay homage to their sacrifices and everything. This time that I went, though, I thought was so cool because I got to meet guys who were at Battle of the Bulge. And as somebody who is a die-hard World War II fan, and, it's pretty much all that I read about, that was something that I was so excited about. So to meet someone who was actually there, I think was pretty cool. Also got to meet a guy who was at Iwo Jima. So I can only imagine what that was like, but it was still really cool to meet him and to learn his story. So anyways, that's what I did for vacation. And then let's see, I went to a friend's wedding. She's a friend that I made in college. So I went to her wedding the beginning of June. And then since then, I've just been chilling at home, haven't really done much. I'm actually thinking about going to New York City pretty soon. Kind of need funds for that, so we'll see. But, it's just, I need it. Like, I haven't been to NYC in years and I hate it. So I'm probably gonna, you know, go there and just have a whale of a good time. Something else that is happening coming up is my mom is going to be visiting me in September. So very excited about that because I haven't seen my mama since April when I took that vacation because she does honor flight with me. So very exciting. And I think I'm going to try to take off like 2 weeks or something for Christmas so that I can be home and actually enjoy myself. So anyways, that's kind of where I was and where I'm going, you know, some new updates and things like that. Also, I forgot to mention, I have dropped another pant size. So the place that I work in is massive. So I do a lot of walking, and for the most part, there are no elevators. So I'm walking up like 5 or 6 flights of stairs numerous times a day. So I'm also lifting heavy stuff for the most part every single day. So it's not supposed to be that physical, but I kind of try to keep it that way so that I don't have to, you know, go that hard at the gym on the days that I do have off. So yes, I have been going to the gym on my days off as well. And yeah, like I said, I've lost another pant size. So that I think is really, really cool. So excited about that. I wish it was a little bit more, but you know, all things in good time, I think. All things in good time. Aside from that, I have also been trying to improve my eating habits. So I've been trying to be healthier, kind of going off of like the 80-20 rule, you know, where 80% of the time you're eating pretty healthy and then 20% of the time you can eat partially like trash. So I'm kind of trying to get into that routine. Aside from that, it's just been the same old, you know, just me here in my little apartment, which actually this apartment's pretty big for one person, you know, just cooking and cleaning and crocheting, watching TV, whatever. So playing with my planner. So anyways, that is why I've been MIA. I've had so much shit happening. And like I said in the beginning of this video, it was not intentional whatsoever. It was not intentional. So that being said, because I've been coming out of my little funk and because seasonal affective disorder is not a thing right now, I think I should be able to have some more videos up for you guys in a more timely manner. So make sure that you're on the lookout for that. In addition, you know, I'm thinking of spicing some things up a little bit, and I don't really know where I'm going to go with that yet, but I'm thinking of spicing up the channel just a smidge. So anyways, that's so much to go through. Oh my God. But anyways, last thing I'm going to share with you guys are just some pictures that I recently framed. So let me see here. So I've been slowly trying to decorate my apartment. It's kind of difficult when you're on a limited budget, and also when you really have no taste when it comes to decorating. Like, I've been told numerous times, excuse me, that I have no taste. And honestly, the reason for that is because I just don't give a shit. So I'm trying to get a little bit better with it because, you know, I'm an adult and I should probably learn how to decorate my living area before I get married and, you know, my future husband thinks that I'm absolute trash. So anyways, I got these little frames from AC Moore. They were $1 each, so they're on clearance. So I'm like, fuck yeah. So these are all 4x6s. Keep in mind, I used to work in the photo department in Walgreens. So this is the first one, and I apologize for the glare. So this is the Duomo, like part of the Duomo, the entrance right there in Florence. So I studied abroad there. It's probably my favorite place in the world. And then this is my favorite picture that I took when I was in Venice, the same time that I was studying abroad. So you can see it's just of the waterway, the canal. It's like the main canal. You know what? There's people setting off fireworks right now, and it is like July 10th. And I'm like, why didn't you just go ham on the 4th of July? Like, why did you save them? Doesn't make sense to me. So this is actually a picture of a park that's near my alma mater, Kent State. And I forget the name of the park, but I took this my last semester that I was there, and the leaves were just turning, and it was right before, like a couple weeks before snow started to fly. So I really love this picture. And you know, it's almost like the road is going directly towards the tree. It's a little bit creepy if you think about it, because I was like literally the only person there when I took this, but it's definitely one of my favorite pictures. And then this one, oh my God, I love this one so much. So little known fact about me is that I love it when I can take a picture with the sun poking through the clouds. This one doesn't really have that going on, but like, you know, when you see rays of sunshine shining through the clouds, I love that, because to me it's like Jesus is there or something. I'm not super religious, but you know, it's like, it makes you believe in a higher power, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Also, that's something that I forgot to mention, is that I'm actually trying to get right with Jesus. So I am looking around for churches to be a part of, and I don't know. I feel like it's the right time in my life to go back to church. You know what I mean? I haven't been to a church, like to actual mass, since 2014. I attended like a nighttime mass at St. Peter's Square with the Pope, like the actual Pope, like giving mass. I'm like, holy shit, that's amazing. So for me, that was pretty awesome. You know, as a Catholic, it's pretty dope. So anyways, this picture is one that I took when I was on a walk through my mom's neighborhood. And at that point in time, I was still living there. So, you know, to me, Houston is home. And I'm not gonna lie, I am trying to make my way back down south, because the north ain't got nothing on the south, y'all. So those are all of my pictures that I framed, and I'm so excited to hang those up. So anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Again, like I said, I apologize for being MIA, but what you gonna do? I'm a busy lady. I don't know. So I'm gonna try to keep y'all posted on everything, and I'm gonna try to post shit other than planner stuff. Because let's be honest, I've only been posting planner shit for like the entire time that I've lived in Pennsylvania. And I'm sure y'all are just like, oh my God, what's this girl doing? So I'm really gonna try to branch out a little bit more, but that's honestly all that I've really been comfortable with sharing. So anyways, working on it. But thank you guys so much for being understanding. I really appreciate it. You guys are the best. And I hope you're all doing really well. You know, I hope your families are doing well. Your partners, your spouses, your kids, your parents, you know, your friends, yourself, your dogs, your cats, your bunnies, whatever kind of animals y'all have. And I just pray that the rest of this year is a lot better than the beginning of it was. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all, and I will talk to y'all in my next video. Bye guys. We are getting old.